Our good old production guy.
Okay.
We love JJ.
Yeah, we love JJ.
So, Slap, tell us about Mazebeans.
Yeah, no, Steve Player, we all know that's not Mazebeans on the screen.
That would be the other guy.
That would be the other guy that we'll be seeing in a second. But, of course, we all know Mazebeans, one of the best here in the UK. Absolutely perfection when it comes to playing Steve. Like, truly such an amazingly optimized player. Like, we've seen the kind of combos that Mazebeans can just get in a second and just keep going and going and going. And, like, just genuinely not your average Steve player whatsoever.
Yeah, no, he's constantly proven time and time again just how creative he can be with even just those sort of the bread and butter Steve combos. Again, he is just constantly showing he is one of the best of the bunch, and I think hopefully that is just a button check, but we will see. I mean, this looks actually fairly serious, Mr. Slap, I can't lie.
Yeah, no, Siren, you don't get the intro because you started the game, but as we go into this
I love
game,
top players, man. I love them. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, that's serious. That was a frown on Siren's face right there. Okay, so yeah, let's get started then. So, let's talk about Siren a little bit. Just instead of in lieu of the actual proper intro. So Siren, obviously known as Shanique, normally changed the tag a little while ago. Been on an absolute tear, going between that Inkling and that sort of Palutena. Does have the Aegis in the back as well. Not sure if we'll see it today, but obviously for the Palutena against this Scottish Steve here, and I mean already looking fairly effective. Obviously this character not actually too bad against Steve, has the tools to combat through those blocks and everything of all sorts. Of course, now just getting something started with that up air into the back edge.
And as we saw there, the reflect, that counter, pushing that minecart back. What was that? The up smash ate through the minecart, and I think that was maybe like a buffer of an air dodge or a ledge get up, and then Mazebeans just went straight down there and couldn't recover with the up B. Shanique, Siren, already a whole stock ahead with even percentage.
Are we sure this isn't a button check? Like, what kind of goofy things are we seeing right now? That is great. I've never seen that interaction before between the Palutena up smash and the Steve the minecart before. But, just these are the sort of tools you need to win, and this is giving Shanique a major head start in this game one, holding a fairly good lead right now. You can see Mazebeans is just trying to get something started. It only takes one up tilt just to get anything going.
And as soon as you say that, an up tilt was landed, but not too much of a conversion coming out, just a few more up airs. And look at that, the delayed minecart going into the block, jumping out, and then going straight back into it. You love that awareness from Steve players when they know exactly what their tools do. Every single tiny little gimmick, every single little thing that you can do. What a read, trying to come out there with that forward smash on the block. But it looks like Mazebeans is at his wit's end right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally, just moments away from potentially Shanique being there to take a stop away. But instead, Mazebeans fires back, and we know exactly what Steve can do. These up tilts are coming in. That's a lot of damage. 45% already tagged on. If he could get something like a diamond tool or anything like that, this could just swing in Mazebeans' favor. And Siren knows that. Keeping their distance away, just firing away with those auto reticles, but obviously Steve's got to come firing away eventually, going to set up those blocks, set up that wall, and suddenly this is looking fairly scary.
Diamond now on deck, although you've got little to no mats, but you are not even going to need him, as there we go, the up tilt to the forward, and look, you've already got gold back on block, and what a catch with that up smash, and you know what? The commentator's curse already coming into effect. I said Mazebeans looks like he's at his wit's end, and then he just goes and wins it like that.
Yeah, it really. I mean, this is Steve in a nutshell, isn't it? But I mean, this is what he does. This is why the character is so damn good, because he could just make that sort of comebacks. Obviously, Simon had such a good lead for a lot of that, but really only takes a couple of up tilts, stringing into the up airs, into up smash to just take it away. And then once he gets his hands on Diamond, it's a completely different ballpark altogether.
Oh, and I just want to point out there at the bottom of the screen, it showed up their past results. Siren is slowly but surely getting games on Mazebeans. It went from 0-3 to 1-3 to 2-3. So this could be the time that Siren finally comes back and is able to get that. Look at that SDI we just saw from Siren there, getting out of those pick loops.
It's so crucial as well, because obviously we know how devastating they can be. Those combos for the pickaxe, everything like that, it's just so strong. You can easily go from 0 to 70. So you need that SDI in deck to be able to get elbows without taking too much damage. And Simon knows that, already firing back here. Obviously just getting a little bit more damage, gets caught by the minecart there, but not going to be affected too much. So keeping the distance up again. And I'm loving how Siren is just keeping up these major defensive players.
Yeah, no, and look, it's already paying off in the percentage. And look at that back throw right up stage. Auto Radical to knock Mazebeans out of the minecart, wasting the last piece of iron that he had, trying to chase with that up air, but just not getting too much. Tries to go off with the nair as well, but a lovely delayed recovery from Mazebeans, trying to go for something with that nil block placement there. And now it is all just being played at the ledge smart.
Yeah, it's really interesting as well because I like that kind of Siren is just keeping outside of this range, but God, you know, as much as you can play outside the range, sometimes, you know, even your kills are just subverted by what Steve can do. Obviously, setting out the block, Mazebeans does it so often just to defend himself from the blast zones there, but obviously Siren still just holding on firm, taking that stock away. And again, like, this defensive play is really coming in full force. 43% right now. That's looking pretty good to the slam.
That is looking pretty good, but you know what? I said it last game, and I paid the price for it with Mazebeans coming back. Who knows what is going to happen by the end of this game, especially when Mazebeans is your opponent. Look at that, 69% now, thanks to those up airs and up tilts. Now, just as we see Siren again, just trying to keep Mazebeans at ledge. What a call out with that up smash, and chasing again with that up air. Trying to read an anvil, I think, there with that counter. And now, once again, it all just returns to center stage as now Mazebeans is keeping Siren in the corner.
And you can see as well that Siren is kind of just, it's sort of just weaving in and out, not actually committing to any option, like kind of just literally just sort of walking in and kind of almost like testing waters, like dipping your toes in. But okay, like if I just kind of approach you but not do anything, like what do you do? How do you react? And it's this kind of defensive play that I think is working out very, very well for Siren. Obviously these percentages are fairly even, but the stock counts are certainly not. Mazebeans looking to try and get this stock as quickly as possible, but it's just looking so difficult when you've got a Palutena that does not want to come anywhere close to you.
Oh, and look at that, diamond and gold in your hands if you're Mazebeans right now. But you've got no blocks, you've got no materials really. If you do take this, your stock is taken though, which it most likely will be, you're looking at 128%. You are going to get some more iron. What? I thought I was going to see a forward smash or something. I just see the explosive flame come out. That was very good awareness from Mazebeans to get out of that predicament as quick as he did.
I absolutely love it as well because he went for the down beat to reflect the minecart back and then went for a explosive fire to like catch it or potentially on the rebound. That would have been the weirdest setup I've worked, but it nearly worked out. I love it. But obviously Mazebeans was able to fire back, get that stock away, and now just starting to get the real damage on deck. Obviously you talked about it for us, that diamond and that gold is there, and I mean anytime that Mazebeans wants to go craft it, he certainly can do, and we know how devastating it is. Well, maybe even something like a down tilt might just take away the stock instead.
Yeah, no, and then Siren, of course, okay, going for that up smash again. I was about to say, those down throw combos at that percent is not going to be true, but you know, you don't even need them if you're going to do a gigantic plasma wall, whatever that up smash is. Oh, but look at that diamond. What a combo, 62% already on Siren, and you've got another diamond in your back pocket as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's got all the tools that he needs right now to take this away. And the up smash comes out. It's not going to be the kill just yet, but certainly looking a little bit scary for Siren right now. Again, what was looking like a strong lead for this Palutena player right now has slipped away in a matter of seconds. Starting to get a little bit more damage in, but you can see that Siren is getting a little bit more aggressive now and realizes how dangerous this situation is. The diamond on deck, one forward smash will be all it takes, and both of them are just throwing it all out there right now.
You know, both of them are hungry for this kill, just throwing out forward smash. It's just throwing out something. They both just want this game to end, especially, of course, Mazebeans are pointing it out with literally no materials in his back pocket right now, except for that one piece of iron he's going to use for a minecart there. That was dodge. You need to start mining really, or just going in with these big moves that we've seen Mazebeans keep going for. Instead of just trying to build up those materials, he just wants this kill, and so does Siren. And Siren now dancing around with that movement, bobbing and weaving, as you said before. Oh my god.
Oh, but what? Oh my god. Okay. I mean, I was gonna get mad at Siren for a second there. Like I was getting ready to just leap up, you know, over the barrier and be like, "What are you doing?" Like because I had the kill there. He had the kill, and he nearly fumbled it. But thankfully, dash that comes through. Siren taking game 2 in this best of 5, and now it's all to play for.
It is all to play for as we go straight back to neutral 1-all. Siren taking a little bit of a walk. Maybe needs like, I think just either like a breather, maybe some water.
Yeah,
a little bit of a water break. But you know, I would need some water too if I was in that situation.
Yeah, I can't lie.
Like, I don't think I'd be able to keep up with that. Like my heart would be beating at the end of that game. Like, because Siren did have quite a bit of a lead, but Mazebeans was just able to bring it back into that last hit situation where both of them were just throwing everything at the wall, trying to get that kill. And then Siren was finally able to clinch it out at the end. And you know what? That gets to you in bracket. Like, that gets to you in your heart, in your brain. Like, you're just like, oh my god, what a close set. You're shaken, and you've just got to like have that mental fortitude that we've seen a lot of other players have today.
This is
just
it.
to keep going.
I think like, especially as like Steve is one of those characters that is so good at making a comeback. I mean, we saw it both games now where like Siren has held that lead initially, and then it has just dissipated, as you were talking about. And like with Diamond and Gold and all sorts of other things on deck, honestly, it just, you know, it is constantly terrifying to fight against, and you do need to kind of almost like reset yourself each time and be like, right, okay, I got a game, but it was close. I need to take a moment and have a bit of composure, you know, just to get back into it, because a lot of this game is all about mentality. If you tilt midway through a set or anything like that, it could just be over before it begins.
You know, and of course, as we've seen a lot of people say online, Steve is one of the most tilting characters in the game, especially when you saw like that down tilt kill because you didn't take off the block that I think was about to break anyway.
Yep.
Like, if that happened to me in bracket, I would just be like, man.
It's just
like I would have been tilted, which is a testament to just how
words,
how calm and collected Siren has to be at this point. And you know what, they are.
Yeah, exactly that. So here we go. We're going into game 3 right now between these two. Obviously 1-1 in the set count. But you know what, this is the big damage that comes out. But I love the Siren is able to just immediately swat away the weave back in, the dash attack just to connect into another up air, series of up airs to get some more damage going. Now Mazebeans going to have to try and find a way back through it all. You can see again, just the up tilts is so safe on shield that you can just keep throwing it out. And then of course the minecart comes out, get a whole lot more damage, Mr. Slam.
Yeah, no, a whole lot more damage indeed. And look at that, the crafting table is gone, although you probably would not be using it at this point in time anyway. Just like, I love how like the crafting table can be a little bit of a hitbox extension, and Mazebeans getting blown up by his own TNT there. A little bit of a weird interaction. Oh, getting caught by the explosive flame on the minecart as well.
Yeah, it's really interesting as well, because I feel like Mazebeans has been very quick to do like sort of minecart each and every single time. Like every single time that he's off stage, I feel like we're just seeing that constant minecart. I feel like Siren is perhaps catching on to that as well, because he's seeing a lot more ready, like throwing out the explosive flames. You know, he's sort of keeping his distance a little bit away, just keep outside of that range where the minecart would be, and it's working out in dividend for him there. He does hold a bit of a lead, but obviously still trying to find the kill, which he certainly will do, but he lands that back air.
Yeah, there we go. The minecart instantly once again coming out, just banning Siren away. Look at that. The up tilt into the nil, up smash. And Mazebeans now crafting those stone tools, not wasting a second, hitting you with that weak little wooden sticks. Look at that forward to air already coming out, trying to get those up tilts out. There we go, catching the roll. And oh no, what a good escape there from Siren, but eating an anvil for their troubles.
Oh, and yeah, that's how it goes. I was wondering, I was kind of holding my breath for a little bit there, Mr. Slam, because I was like, okay, but he's just been sent down. This feels like it could just be easy block placements here for Mazebeans, because Palutena recovery is not the best for getting through that. Obviously, it is a teleport recovery, meaning it can't just kind of, you know, sort of like fight through them or anything. So if she smacks into them, that's just that.
You know, and what was once a very even game, maybe even in Siren's favor, again, Mazebeans has just turned it right on the top of its head. And look at that. Diamond already. Siren's at 83%. It will take a miracle for Siren to be able to climb this mountain and defeat the funny little block man.
Yeah, I mean, as we talked about again, like how easily, you know, Steve can just, you know, take away stocks, can, you know, get these kills. And honestly, it's going to be a tough ask for Siren here. But it all began with taking that stock away. And now they are on the same playing field. Certainly not the same percentages, but definitely a chance here for Siren. Just needs to lock in, find their damages. But obviously, Mazebeans is now setting up that wall. Does not want to get this Palutena anywhere close to it.
You know, getting that gold on block so you can now use those powered rail minecarts, but that is not going to come into effect really, as here we go, Siren now just trying to make this comeback, but a giant diamond sword swing is going to take you out. Mazebeans 2 games up in this set now, and oh my god. This is just like really good awareness from Mazebeans. I keep saying that Mazebeans is not like any other Steve player that I've ever seen, because like what they did there was they got the crafting table onto the platform on that last stock, and then stood on the edge of the platform because they knew that Siren had the awareness to try and push you away, because it takes longer to craft the diamonds, so you can push Steve away, but off of the crafting table before they're actually crafted, putting them in a little bit of an awkward situation. And we've seen Siren go for that in the games beforehand. So Mazebeans knew to stand on the edge of a platform, so it'd be really awkward to push him off.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, it's so interesting, kind of like these different like nuances between all the Steves, and then this is something that's always appreciated about Mazebeans. He's just even though obviously he'll play the same character, and I mean a lot of the Steves are on the same esports team as well, that Mazebeans is part of, and despite that, despite how much they play together, kind of how much they all learn from each other, they all have this different way of playing. And honestly, with like Mazebeans, he's always just been so much more creative with these setups like that. The cancel in with the block, just to send him down there, and then straight into the up smash. It didn't quite work out, but it's those little things, those little interactions, which are going to do absolute wonders in this kind of set.
Yeah, no, exactly that, Smart. And now, once again, we are in the same place that we have been in the last few games. Completely even. Siren is doing such a good job keeping up with a player like Mazebeans, but hitting that TNT a little bit too much. Both players having a little bit of a smile. And now there we go. Dash attack just not clinching that kill just yet. Oh, Siren, there we go. Finally catches one of those anvils with a reflect. We've seen Siren try and go for that a few times, and it finally works out in their favor as Mazebeans is once again down a stock.
Again, the counter is just proving to be so effective in matchup. Obviously, Steve has so many projectile moves that hit strongholds like that anvil, like that minecart. If you just send it right back at them, well, I mean, that's yours. That's your damage to get on your opponent. Like, hit the Steve with their best tools. And Simon is definitely doing that. Again, just keeping that distance between them right now. Does not want to engage too hard. Does not want to risk losing that stock. Just needs to get a lot of chip damage. Just so committed to just playing the long game. He does not want to risk taking any sort of stock loss, because right now it's just free damage, Mr. Slap.
Exactly that, Smart. And when you're playing against Steve, when you're playing against Mazebeans, you do kind of have to play the long game. If you get a lead, you need to keep that as long as possible, just so you can get those little bit of chip damage coming in. But look at that, going on the offensive at this ledge again. That is where Palutena thrives. These ledge trapping setups, once again, using that counter, this time instead to reflect, just batting Mazebeans away once again. Now with no mats at all. This is where Siren wants to be, and an unfortunate bonk there on the side of the stage with the Elytra. It is looking really, really good in Siren's favor now.
Yeah, and I love that this is the moment that Siren has chosen to engage, because you see that bar down there, Mr. Slap. That's no tools on there. He has barely got any blocks whatsoever. That's the last bit of iron, and now he is literally at empty. Has to replenish it in every second. So Siren is using this moment just to overwhelm this funny block man, just to get as much possible damage out of him. It doesn't even matter anymore. Just get as much going. Yes, of course, he's going to mine in between stocks, but look at that, 80%. You take that if you're Siren.
But look at this. Gold Tools is so formidable. I feel like it's really underrated in the wider community. But, Gold Tools can lather so much damage on you in so many seconds, and it is so good at just catching you when you are unaware of how quick these tools can actually recover. And look at that, 55% already using the minecart, 75 Smart. Siren is looking a little bit worse for wear, even if Mazebeans is at 130%, but there we go. Siren is able to get that kill before a comeback could be mounted with those tools. And now we are at 2-2.
2-2 game 5, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, honestly, you talked about it right at the start, Mr. Slap, how close it's been getting every single time. You saw the boss battle phase 1 there. That was the game 5. But Brink round 3, I mean, that was a 3-0 to Mazebeans. I think that was the last time they actually played together. And it's just been so back and forth constantly. But right now, another game 5. Simon's done the homework needed to beat this Scottish Steve player. And now it's all on the line here in his winners round 2.
There we go, once again, jumping back and catching the minecart with a reflect. Siren's been doing that so much, and it's been doing so well for Siren. And look at that, Mazebeans just trying now, noticing in the past what their problem has been, where they've had no match, and just maybe over-mining a little bit instead of going in, because Siren is so good at just throwing out those explosive vents and getting those walls, those gigantic pillars that Mazebeans sets up so they can mine more out of the way. But look at this, Mazebeans now going on the offensive, bringing that percentage gap all the way close, and now it's just keeping on in this advantage, Smart.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can see how scary it is. This is why Simon's been keeping up this constant kind of state of just keep distance away. Because every time that he's engaged, this Steve, it's just been so much damage put on, 90% from just literally a few hits. And now obviously Mazebeans just trying to take it. There was no chance to get a counter out there for Siren. Mazebeans just going to keep up distance, and then as soon as that Palutena approaches, just back it.
Yeah, no, did you see that tech on the block?
Oh, I saw it.
I love seeing tiny little interactions like that. I always want to point them out when I see them. And look at that again. The reflects coming out on the anvil. Siren now a stock up in this game 5. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Okay.
The Nair.
was that?
I've seen people call that the washing machine combo, and like a washing machine, it just spun all of those little hitboxes from that up smash out and just pushed it straight away. What a clean movement there from Siren coming out.
Literally flushed out that up smash entirely. I've seen a few interactions where like Mazebeans has faced Palutena players like Zone before, but it's so strange to just see literally just phase through it entirely. But Siren is looking so good in this game 5 right now, holding such a strong lead. The up smash as well. We are one stock away, Mr. Slap.
We are one stock away indeed. Again, that Nair just saying no to an up smash. As we see even more reflex coming out, the explosive flame coming out. There we go. Are we finally going to see the first kill? No, we're not. Mazebeans still unable to clinch that first stock even with a dash attack. Siren now 180%, whiffing the grab that puts you in so much end lag. Siren, instead of going for a down throw combo, instead puts Mazebeans in the other corner and is still just staying alive, just shy of 200%, Smart.
This is absolutely ridiculous here. Siren just suddenly showing so much dominance in this game. Does not want to go down the slightest. We're not going to see a free stock, but that's still 2 fresh stocks right now for Siren in this game 5. We are one stock away from seeing a huge upset. If Mazebeans has dropped down to lose, that's a major player that people are going to compete against.
You know, major player indeed, but now look at this. Trying to set up that little bit under the stage where Mazebeans could still mine and just recover tools, but that down tilt was able to get them away, and the up smash is able to take it. A JV3 for Siren to finally get that set win on Mazebeans. Oh, well, another set win anyway, other than the 3 times they've already faced off.
Yeah, what an absolute... I mean, that's Siren. You know how much he wanted that, honestly. You could see the fist bump at the end. Yes, you know, just to finally get that win. And now, obviously, that's a big, big moment here. This Mazebeans now down in losers here in top 32 of Invasion 2024. That's a big top threat that players are now suddenly going to be running into.
Yeah, no... If you're already in the losers bracket, you're kind of like, oh my god, maybe.
You're now dreading
what?
it.
Like, just like, okay, yeah, no. So I'm studying the Palutena matchup, maybe a little bit of England because I know I've got Siren next. And then you sit down and you see next to you Mazebeans rocking up.
It's like, okay, that one wasn't going to happen.
And you know what? Talking about Mazebeans, Mazebeans can definitely get to top 8. Like, if I see Mazebeans in top 8 still today, I'm going to be like, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. Because Mazebeans is, you know, a top player. Yeah, exactly. We all know how good Mazebeans really is. So, you know, please still just